Good morning and welcome to Cyder Housecraft's Knit Tube podcast. That's Cyder with a Y. Welcome. Today is June 13th, 2018. My name is Jen. You can find me on... Sorry, I just heard something outside. It made me giggle. Look, there's a squirrel. You can find me on Ravelry as Cricket Lover. You can find me on the emails at cyderhousecrafts@gmail.com and Instagram at cyderhousecrafts. And you can find my Etsy shop at cyderhousecrafts. And there will be some new bags and some new wool going up this week, ladies and gent. Sorry, I have, in the last half hour, have suddenly gotten some kind of stomach thing going on. And I don't know, it's not nice. Like, I want to chunder everywhere. Not that you need it and all that, right? What's going on? So, I have an FO. It's crochet, not knitting, though. And I only have one, and we'll talk about why I only have one. And then we'll talk about my whips. I had some drama with Ian's sock, which was definitely interesting. And we'll talk about what I didn't get to work on and why I didn't work on it, because I got some questions about Mojo. But yeah, and so I guess we should get started. Let me look around here for my things. So my first project, completed project, or my only completed project I should say, oh what a morning, are the crochet baby strap flip-flops by Whistle and Ivy. I got this pattern on Etsy. It was a PDF download. My daughter-in-law asked me to make these for my new grandson Grayson, and I'm not a crocheter. I'm not going to pretend I'm a crocheter. Crocheting isn't, I like it, but I don't do it very well. Anyways, I made Master Grayson the little flip-flops. There they are. El Completo. There we go. And I made those in Brava Worsted. And it's Knit Picks. Brava Worsted in Dove Heather. And the Cornflower. Sorry. And the Cornflower colorways. I'm knitting a sweater that I'll show you in a minute in Bravo Bulky. They're both very splitty, so if you don't like splitty wool, don't buy this. You can't complain about the price point, but it is very splitty. I have two giant skeins of this left. So I think I said last time I was thinking about knitting him a little sweater out of it for this autumn. Hopefully I'll get a chance to do that, but I am not saying definitely that I am going to. Basically because I have a lot of things that I really have I've got on the go, and my plans for Grayson is not a sweater. It is socks for him and his brother Jackson. So yeah, so that's my finished object for the 2 weeks. I'm really sorry, but let's just talk about it now. Right, I don't know that I don't have knitting mojo. What I do have is really warm weather here in Lancashire, England, and I am more motivated to be out in the garden when I get done sewing with my sewing for the day or whatever I've got going on, and or my dyeing or whatever. So I don't think it's not having knitting mojo, because when I'm knitting I'm quite happy. But I was promised by my husband when we moved back here from being away for work that it rained here a lot. It was gray and it was grim, and there you go. And that hasn't been the case at all. I feel a bit betrayed. No, I don't. Not really. But it would be really good for our garden if it did rain. And two, I do like gray and grim, and I've not had any of it. So hopefully tonight, they're saying tonight and all day tomorrow it's supposed to rain. So sorry, I'm trying to drink some tea to settle my stomach. But anyway, so I don't know if does that count as a loss of mojo? You tell me. I don't know. I want to knit all the things, but I also want to be outside working on my garden. I don't think that's mojo. Might be. Let me know. Comment below. Right, so works in progress. I had so much drama with Ian's fracking socks. Right. So I am knitting these fracking socks, and I say fracking because I am so mad at myself. I'm knitting these with Knit Picks Stroll Tweed in the, you know what? I'm going to look that up right now because I don't have the bands and I want to know what it is. Sorry, I'm being very rude again. Knit Picks Stroll Tweed. Ah, Forest Heather. Right. So, I am knitting these socks in the Forest Heather, which is the green colorway, with persimmon as the heels, cuffs, toes, and stripes, and we'll talk about those in a minute. And then the patternation around the top of the leg is done in the wellies colorway, so it's black. It's kind of showing bluish, but it's black. Right, so let's talk about these socks. So I had all the way up to the ribbing completed. The bats were in. I'm going to put a picture somewhere here, don't know, there probably, of my work on the bats. And then before I did the started the ribbing, I said to my husband, Ian, please try these on because I really want to see what they look like on, and I was wondering about my color work and would it stretch too much, would you not be able to see? And he couldn't get the sock on his foot. Well, he could get it on his foot, but he couldn't get it past his heel. And I thought, what the crud? I was so upset. I was like, are you kidding me, right? So I think it was the color work that was making it too tight. And I had my strands, my floats, were fine. They weren't pulling. You'll see in the picture, they weren't pulling. It looked fine, but it's just his foot. So I took it out. I asked him to try it back on. He still couldn't get it past his heel. This was after I picked up, and I'll explain this in a minute, but I tried it on and I could get it on. It's a little long in the foot, clearly, for me, but I guess the green ones are going to be mine and the orange reverse will be his. So I guess I should explain. The orange that you see, this persimmon on the heel, I'm going to make a reverse pair for him now, and his body, the body of his sock will be in orange and his heel will be in this Forest Heather. So in order to tink that back, because I wasn't tinking back 20 rows, excuse me for a moment, I wasn't tinking back 20 rows, I used the method that folks use when they put afterthought heels in, and I don't do an afterthought heel. I do a German short row heel, basically because when I get the sock done, I want the sock to be done. I don't want to have to go back and do that. But I picked up the right leg of the stitches in the Forest Heather right above the two pinstripes here of the persimmon, and then I just I just tore it out. I was really disappointed because I was so proud of my color work. And my floats were really good, and it was all even where I have to turn on the needles, and I don't know. So I have devised a plan that I think will be better. I think what I'm going to do is a duplicate stitch after I finish the sock. So for those of you who don't know what duplicate stitching is, that is a method using a darning needle where you stitch a different color over the stitches. So I will take the Wellies colorway, this colorway, and I will stitch over the already created stitches in my work and duplicate them in the pattern of the bat, and hopefully that won't cause any issues with stretch or elasticity in the sock. Just as a buy, this is my own vanilla sock pattern. If you want it, just let me know. I can write it down for you. But I'm knitting these on 2.25 millimeters US size 1 carbons. Knitter's Pride. Love my carbons. They get warm in my hand, and it's just like, brrr. I work so fast with these little babies. But I will say that once I had a frog that I fell out of love with them, and I'm still kind of out of love with them right now. I think it's just disappointment. I know, being a sensible, mature adult, that once I go back to them and I get that, you know, stitched up, and it'll be fine. But right now, I don't even want to look at them. I'm so angry. I think I'm probably angry with myself, but there you go. But anyway, woo. Anyway, that's being held in one of my bags, one of my sock bags. Clearly it's baseball season now. So yeah, so that's happened with that. It wasn't great news, I won't lie, but it wasn't the worst thing that could have happened either, so. Right. Let's see here. Right, so my next projects are the Hilda Mittens by Christy Everst's Aunt Hilda. And that, you can find the Hilda pattern on, a link to the Hilda pattern on Ravelry. So it's Hilda, H-I-L-D-A, Hilda. So, this is coming along quite well. There was some confusion. Sorry, I've got ink on my arm. I got the mitten knit up fine. There's the back. I got the mitten knit just fine. The inner mitten, the blue mitten. And I started knitting the lace on the outside. And I did follow what I said last time, which was I was going to reverse tuck the blue mitten on the inside back down through the hole to knit around, and that worked really well for me. So, you know, if you ever fancy knitting these, let me know. But I wasn't very diligent, and I didn't pay very good attention to the top of the mitten where patternation changes in the chart, and I've kind of mucked it up and then kind of fixed it myself, sort of, kind of, weirdly, sort of. Anyway, I love it. I think it's pretty. It's a Christmas gift for my daughter-in-law, Emily. And I just have to finish up a bit of the thumb. And then I'm going to give them a wash and probably sew that little space up that I got going there on my thumb. But, yeah. So, I'm quite pleased with it. Now, this is being knit with some Flock on the Plain by Gina. This is her band. Oops, sorry. I like that. I think it's cute. I love Stonehenge. And it's called Nexos. It's a Silk Merino DK blend. It's quite good. So I love the feel of it. The only thing that I wasn't happy with was when I received it. It wasn't in the best, shape. Not in the sense that it was dirty or anything. It's just the winding it on to make a cake. There were a lot of knots in it and it didn't go well, but this is it. Please focus. You unruly beast. There we go. So it kind of looks like cotton, but oh my god, it's so soft. And then I got the Stellina fingering weight off Etsy from a shop in Minnesota. And I don't have the name of the shop right now, I'm afraid, but yeah. So just go look up fingering weight Stellina undyed, and I'm sure you'll find them. Sorry about that. Right, next work in progress. Ian's sweater. I have made some progress, but not a ton. Kind of goes along with that whole do I have mojo, do I not have mojo thing. So this is the, sorry, gosh. This is the framework by Pat Mancini. It's in Knitting Magazine. Come on, focus. There we go. I've modified the pattern. Basically because I was not happy with 1x1 rib up the tummy. I've gotten both the sleeves done. I'll just show you one here. This is a sleeve. This is being knit and with Knit Picks Brava Bulky in the Dublin colorway. It's a sleeve. I'm knitting them like I'm knitting the Hilda Mittens on my Knitter's Pride Majestics. Here we go. Love, love, love these needles. Really love these needles. I'm using my 24-inch cable with a stopper on the end. My mother-in-law does not understand how I can use these, and I kind of get it, but she's got these like uber long needles to knit her sweaters, which she does in like 3 freaking days, which drives me mad. And she tucks them under her arm and she knits like this. And I don't get that either, but there you go. It works for her. Whatever works. So let's see, where is my progress keeper here? So last time you saw this, we were there. My progress keeper is from Muffy and a Squid, and I love Muffy and a Squid. I think they're needle keepers, but I love their wool. Come on. It doesn't want to focus today for whatever reason. What is up with that? There we go. Little octopus. Anyway, so yeah, so I've gotten about 1 inch done. But I do have a plan for this. That looks really good. So I modified the pattern because the whole tummy was in 1x1 rib. And there is no way, and I was doing the back and the front in 1x1 rib. No, I'm just lazy. I won't even deny it. I'm sorry, Pat Mancini. I know that's how you designed the sweater and you wanted it to be, but I can't, because that would drive me mad. And it would take me until I was 80 to finish the sweater, because I'm not a sweater girl. So I modified it. I did the mass for the number of stitches that I had, and so I'm doing a 4x1 rib. Let me split it out a little bit so you can see it better. There you go. So we got a 4x1 rib instead. So I really like it. My plan, again, I said I had a plan for this. I better move that progress keeper for next time. My plan for this is to, sorry. Whoops. Oh no. No. My plan is to try to put a skein a week into this until I get it done. And that's quite a bit. A skein a week. But given I don't have a lot of mojo, it's kind of going to be forced. I don't like to force myself to knit because I'll get turned off like really fast if I have to do something. But there you go. My necklace keeps getting in the way. Oh! My Harry Potter Wizarding World box came, and I am clearly Ravenclaw. And this is, oops, it's a watch. Pretty cool, eh? I don't know if it's focusing, but it is lovely, and I like it. I like it. I'm not a good podcaster. You're probably sick of it. Yeah. Yeah. There's squirrels everywhere. So, what haven't I done? Let's get back to whips. What haven't I worked on? I have not worked on my blanket. I have not spun. Yeah, I've not done any of that, and I probably should be, but I'm not. So hopefully I'll get to that. Because I did promise I'd put a couple squares on my blanket, and I haven't, so hold me to that next time. I will do that. Maybe I could put a square in at nighttime. We'll see. So, let's see here. So stash. I have only purchased myself a skein of Opal, ABO. I'm not sure even what that means because everything on this ball band is in German. But I liked it because it seemed, I know it doesn't look it, but it seemed kind of autumnal to me. In the sense that it's got oranges and yellows and greens, and like the blue is like a blue sky. So that's all I got. That way, got it off somebody on eBay. And that's all my stash. What am I going to make with it? I have no idea. It's German commercial yarn. It's not the softest yarn I've ever felt. But I'll figure something out. And you know what? If I'd thunk, I would have tried to find some more of it and then put it on my loom. And made myself a very colorful scarf for the autumn. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see. So that's that. Now what's up? Right, shop stuff. So if you are not interested in shop stuff or what's going on with my life, this would probably be at 23, 29. A good time for us to say goodbye to one another. So if you're not staying, thanks a lot for watching, and if you are staying, let's get on with it. So I spent a little time looking at what inspires me, which is autumn, and I found some really gorgeous pictures of some autumn skies and thought, you know what, totally want to dye some wool that looks like an autumn sky. So that's exactly what I've done. So this is the first skein. This, I love this, and if I didn't have it from my shop, I would knit this up myself, but it's got some deep sort of plum, not plum, but oh golly Ned, aubergine sort of purple and grays and some yellow. And then what I've done, which really I thought would be easy, but it wasn't, is leave some of the natural, and I can't behind it because I've flipped it the other way. But leave some of the natural color in to reflect the clouds that were still in the sky. Oh my god, I love this so much. There. So you can see there's little bits. I did try really hard to do it. It just was really hard to make it happen. But yeah. So that's going in the shop this weekend. And then I was, for some reason, and I don't know why, set that down there very carefully. There were some pictures of some mums, some autumn flowers, and for some reason I thought bees, they were gone in the fall. I thought they just gone and hibernated in their hives, but apparently they don't. So I was inspired by the bee, and so I dyed up some black and gold, and I was inspired by the hive itself and the honeycomb. So that doesn't show up. So there's some honeycomb color here, and then clearly the black stripe from the bees. And let's get this open so I can show it to you in all its glory. So we have some honeycomb here, and then the yellow and the black from the bee, and some more honeycomb. And I really like this too, and I really would knit that up, but I dyed it for you. But it's, both of these skeins are 75-25 merino nylon. So they'd be okay for socks, or to put in a find your fade, or to, yeah, scarf or hat. Ooh, a hat would be nice with that bee. That would look really, that would be interesting. We'll have to see. Anyways, they're both in the shop. And then I got some bags done this week. The first one is a drawstring bag. So I use paracord in my drawstring bags. I know a lot of people who make bags that are gorgeous and lovely and things actually use the same fabric. But I like using the paracord because I think it lasts longer, and it's more durable. And then I put cord stops on it. I don't know what they're called. Anyway. Yeah, so this is purple. It's not showing up as purple, but it's a light lavender. And I put a couple things of wool on it so you can see it standing up. But it is a sock size bag, maybe a little bit bigger. Stays closed fairly well. And that is the inside, which is also purple and you can't really see. For some reason, and I've got a couple purple things, my camera does not show purple. It shows blue instead of purple. You're about to see it because the bag that I'm about to show you, the top of the bag is actually like purple grape Welsh soda purple. Like purple Crayola crayon purple. But it's not showing that way. And even if I hold it back, it still looks blue for whatever reason. And this paisley down here is also purple. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I'll show you the paisley pattern on it. This bag is sweater size, and it is lined with purple paisleys pieces. It is quite big, and it will be going in the shop this week. I really like this bag. I really wish it showed purple because it really is pretty. And then the next bag that I'm going to show is more for summer vacation. So if you're on a road trip on Route 66, this has faux leather bottom, and it's the United States. But yep, we got TP Curious, Missouri, there's Chicago, California, Route 66, Oklahoma, New Mexico, some Cowboys, Diner. Ooh, a little vet. And then 2 is a snap top, and it's got a little roadway pattern liner on it. I really like this bag. It's pretty much, I guess you could say it's a sweater bag. But yeah. And that will be going in the shop this week. I really like this faux leather. Sewing with it was different, but yeah. And all my bags, well, the drawstring bags are not, but all of my sweater size, sorry, I've got a thread on. All my sweater size bags are lined with fusible fleece, so they stand up pretty well, and they're all machine washable. So there you go. So that's that. That is all I have to show. So what's happening with me? We're at 30 minutes, so I'll talk for a couple minutes and then I'll stop because I don't want to keep you very long. What's going on? Been doing a lot of gardening. Today I am unwell, don't know what's happening, but I still have to go out in my garden before I can cozy up on the sofa and decide what my stomach wants to do. What else has been going on? Clearly I've been dying and sewing, and have we gone anywhere? Did we go anywhere this weekend? No, we did not. I said it on my cross stitch podcast, so if you watch that you're going to hear this again, but I fell down the stairs first, but not like tumble, not like, you know, Stuntman TV show from 1970s falling downstairs, but I took a topple, and that was quite funny. But then the same day, that evening, my husband and I were out and we were watering the garden because it's not fracking rained here in ages, and I felt my foot got caught on a plastic compost bag that I was bringing in to the conservatory, and I fell on to the stone tile floor into my conservatory, and it was painful. My knees are still, well, my knees are green now. But I sprung something in my back, so we were going to go out for a walk in the park. It's more like a hike because it's kind of like a forest here. But that didn't happen. We just popped over around to his mom's and dad's and had a visit on, I think it was Saturday. And then we went to Hobbycraft because I had to pick a few things up, cross stitch things. And then we came home. And then on Sunday, unfortunately, my corn, my sweet corn, were still in their peat pots. And we needed to get that, in the ground. So Ian ran the tiller. I got the corn planted, got it watered and fed. Was very excited because I found that my pumpkin plants actually have little pumpkins on them. I have pinched a couple of them off because I want to make sure that I get some decent pumpkins. So in order to make sure that all of the water and the nutrients are going to not be dispersed to 5 pumpkins, I pinched every one of them off except for 2 on each plant. My strawberries aren't yielding anything. They're not even flowering. I have no idea what's going on with them. My peas are really nice and they're doing quite well. My tomato plants look like the Amazonian forest. They're massive, and I have like 3 different types of tomatoes going. My peppers are doing okay. They're starting to come up. I don't know what took them so long, but they're making themselves noon right now. So yeah, so we did that. Got a lot done. I was so surprised because I got, like, the tiller is electric and I got it off Amazon, and I don't like to shop on Amazon so much because I don't agree with some of this stuff there. But I did get it off Amazon, and it is so powerful. It's amazing. So that's working really, really well. And we got all of the beds done and all of the borders done. And we didn't have to mow because it's just been so dry. The grass just isn't growing. I made the mistake this week, day before yesterday, of walking out. Now, when I say we've done everything, we've like trimmed the holly trees, and all the shrubbery has been trimmed, and I by mistake grabbed a nettle when my hand was like on fire for a day. And I made the mistake of walking out there in my bare feet, and some of the holly leaves that had been on the ground had dried out and stuck into the bottom of my foot, and that was very nice. I was like, Ian, hold me, and I had to actually pull it off the bottom of my foot. So, lesson learned: after you trim your holly bush, make sure you rake up everything, or don't walk around with no shoes on in your back garden. What else? I can't think. I'm off to the Wool Festival in Cockermouth in Cumbria next weekend on Saturday. So if you're there, please stop and say hello. I would really like it. And I think Ian wants to go to the Laurel and Hardy Museum there. We're staying overnight outside of it. I was really stupid and said, you know, do we really want to drive for ages on Saturday morning and only get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and drive, when I know that the traffic will be terrible on the motorway up towards Lake District? And he's like, no, let's book somewhere. Well, duh, there's the Sheep and Wool Festival there, so there was nothing within, you know, a 10-mile radius of Cockermouth that wasn't fully booked. So we are staying in a stately home west of Cockermouth, and so I'll get some pictures and I'll put them in my next podcast. So I have a budget for that. I don't plan to spend a lot of money, but I do intend to pick up a few things, mostly spinning related things. And believe it or not, I've never touched a sheep in my life, so I'm really looking forward to being able to like just stroke a sheep and see what they feel like. Yeah, anyway, silly. I know this has got to be the most boring podcast I've ever done, and I've done a few now. Sorry, am I boring? I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, so that's it, I guess. I hope you're having fun with all of your knitting things, and I guess I will talk to you in 2 weeks. So enjoy your needles, enjoy your stitching, enjoy your crochet hooks, enjoy your stash, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Take care. Bye.